Hello. Well, hello
Hello.
there, sir.
Hello there.
Okay, I got all that up and running. I got all that up and running. Alright, so I'm running on my end.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to record this, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm recording my end.
Well, I'm recording the actual show, is the
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
So,
Now, if you meant, recording yourself so I can composite the files together, then,
well, let's put it this way. The music I'm playing is OC Remix.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to play anything that'll get us copyrighted. Don't worry about it.
I know. But, I, s-
So,
but making videos and YouTube, and I'm doing shit so I got free time right now, god damn it.
you've got free time. I don't. So, today today is actually my quote unquote day off.
Mm-hmm.
I worked about 10:50 to about 2:45.
Mm.
Then I cashed a check, I got some groceries, came back, we're doing this. At 6:45 I have to be to the mall because my folks and I are going to see Young Frankenstein.
Oh, nice.
And then tomorrow I have work and a chiropractic appointment, and Friday I have work and a doctor's appointment. Saturday I have play rehearsal at 9 in the fucking morning.
Busy, busy, busy,
So,
busy, busy. No
oh
rest
yeah.
for the wicked, man.
Well, Saturday starts Hell Week.
Ah,
So we
yes.
actually we actually have Wednesday off on Hell Week, but honestly, we are in amazing shape. We are really good. And considering the fact that we got cast August, and I think we had 4 or 5 rehearsals in August, but it was just solely singing.
Yeah.
We are really in fact, she said a couple of times, we could throw on our costumes and do the play right now.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
that's quite. And she, as a director, was in a play up in the Twin Cities. So
Ah.
for a couple of weeks, she wasn't even there. We've just, we've been a well-oiled machine. We've done what we've needed to do, and it's a very fun show. So you look forward to doing it because it's really fun to do.
Yeah.
Even if it is a clusterfuck for rehearsal, because it's so enjoyable, people like doing it.
Hmm.
So I think it's easier to remember that way.
And that
So,
generally is the better way to do things most times. Um, I know I've been running around and I was busy today. I was filling out job applications, cashing my paycheck, this and that. Um, because, yeah, I'm really pissed off at my work.
well, yeah, I mean they're cutting your hours for really no good reason.
Actually, oh no, they're further cutting my hours. The
Well,
32
it's
was,
still not for any good reason.
no, pretty much not. And talking to other people and whatnot, well, talking to somebody who's been there for a couple of years, they're like, yeah, it's only gonna get worse. I'm like, okay, time to find another job.
Yeah.
I might work there like 1 day a week here soon, and just to keep my discount, just to keep the discount.
Hey, if they're dumb enough to let you do that, then go right ahead.
But yeah,
It's
no,
still money.
yeah, but no, I'm looking for other jobs and whatnot, and then in my spare time, I'm working on getting all my streaming stuff set up and this and that, and I'm doing more stuff. Actually, if you go over to my Twitch page, I'm overhauling the hell out of that.
Are you getting ready for, which is something I still need to do? And Scott just
Oh,
posted
Extra
about
Life, yes, yeah.
Extra Life. I want to do it, and this is the one year that I actually can do it and not have any problems. So I really, 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 really want to do it. I just need to. I'll probably be a late bloomer with that, and get that set up after the play is over with.
Yeah.
Just because then it'll be finally clear of my thoughts. I can just focus on it. And it's on a Saturday on a weekend, and I'm not going to be working weekends yet.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about it. Usually we don't work weekends. If we work weekends, and they're saying we probably won't until the middle of November.
Yeah,
So
and well,
I'm
and
not going to worry about it.
yeah, well, and very much so. I'm that's part of why I'm getting my stream stuff set up and whatnot, so I can. Part of it is to do the extra life.
The only thing is, I may take a break because I believe that's our work party that day. So I may take like 4 hours off, 4 or 5 hours off and go do that.
Yeah,
But I'm not one of these people who get up at 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. and go to bed at 8 fucking a.m.
yeah,
I am going to take 8 hours of sleep and get in there. So I'll probably stretch mine over 2 days because it's easier.
yeah.
Just do 12 days over the day.
Oh yeah,
But
very much so.
I still fully intend to do it.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm getting my stuff set up. I'm trying to be, that way it's like, oh, hey, I'm bursting out on the scene here. I'm doing this and that, and it's for a charity. Um,
One thing I'm very hopeful with is keeping my room at 80 degrees and sometimes even wearing a flannel during the day
yeah,
is helping my arm to the point I went out in 50-degree weather without a flannel and my arm was a little bit irritated, but by the time I came home, my arm is perfectly fine. So hopefully I'll be able to get on Warcraft for a little bit.
hey,
That'd be nice.
hmm
It's doing much better. And one other thing I did, me and my mom went to Kohl's and I got it's like a memory bead pillow.
hmm
And they had it for $12, but it was $3. And when I
nice,
saw that the other night, I got my first night's sleep in ages. So
nice.
that and the warm temperature and whatnot, my arm seems to be working itself out,
Hey,
which is good because now I can actually do my job at some kind of speed.
yeah, uh,
I am going to say this. I would like us to be done by 5:30 or 6 because I still need to eat.
oh yeah. I
So,
I have to I have to cook my own dinner and whatnot. I've got a fussy boss of a dog in my face right now, but that's because I left and I left him all alone and I've been reorganizing my room and this and that and he's just all confused right now. It's okay, fuzzy buddy. He's actually trying to become a regular on my stream too, fuzzy fucker.
hey, if we've been taught anything, it's that cute pets usually do good for a stream.
Oh God, yes, tits and pets, cute pets and tits. I mean, which is why I've got my own set of tits. If I put on a
I was
fuzzy,
just gonna say, you're made. You got everything taken care of.
I know. Yeah, I know. Trust me. I gotta lose weight. God damn it. But anyways, speaking
But
of
you
things,
might lose income if you do that.
possibly, or I might get more income. Who knows? Speaking of things that are slightly annoying and very funny looking, the you know about the clown thing happening nationwide, right?
About the what?
The clown thing, strange
Oh yeah.
clowns. Okay, so that's come to Wenatchee now.
Oh, have fun with that.
We've had a few strange clown appearances in the area, and it's actually got people twitchy and nervous and a little too high strung, and it's just like, oh God, here we go. Um, and it's just like, for those who aren't caught up on fucking news, um, there since what I want to say April, May, you know, clowns have been appearing out of the woods and menacing people. It was first on the East Coast, and now it's slowly spread across the nation. Um, the thing that makes me feel kind of weird is it happened here in the Valley before, like major cities like Seattle or Spokane had an appearance of clowns. But it's happened here, and it might be a one-off case, it might not. But what it is known is it's spooked the shit out of people.
Yeah.
And we talked about this like last episode. Is if it's a marketing PR thing for a movie or a show or something, worst idea ever. But since it's actually
One
now,
of them, anyway, at least.
okay, yeah, one of the worst ideas ever. And since it's actually like come to our quaint little valley of bullshit, it's like, okay, now it's gotten out of hand. Now it's gotten a little weird. It's kind of kooky and strange. And, yeah, it's kind of bad. It's kind of really bad. Which suddenly reminds me, speaking of clown acts, which reminds me of the presidential race. Did you watch the vice presidential debate?
No, because I had rehearsal.
Okay.
And quite honestly, after seeing the bullshit that ended up with the presidential one, I'm not overly anxious to watch another debate.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I watched, I didn't get through the whole vice presidential debate. I was kind of preoccupied doing other things like image editing and shit like that. But what I tuned into, was like the last 20 minutes of it, last half hour, was actually not a circus act.
Actually, from what I've heard, that one was very good. And maybe at some point I'll take a look at it, but with how everything is going with theater and whatnot, I've got way too much on my mind.
Yeah, it just like, I was amazed. I was actually amazed. From what little of I saw the moderator getting involved, they were actually, kind of on it, and it was very civil. When it got heated, it still remained civil, and it was like, what? We've been following the circus act for months. What do you mean this isn't going to be a clown show? I was amazed.
Aside from the LGBT thing not showing up, which I know because of a lot of people we know that's a big issue.
Yeah.
Honestly, the point is, and a few people have made this, the VP thing is nice to have, but not many people, if anybody, is going to sway their argument for who they're going to vote for because of the VP debate. So they do it mainly, I think, just to have another one in there where where the presidential candidates don't need to show up, but they want to get one more debate. It's basically for commercials and whatnot. So let's be honest, it accomplishes nothing really.
Well, it gives you an idea of what you're putting into office when, should Hillary drop dead or Trump gets assassinated, or, it gives you an idea
or if Trump goes through with what he says, and the moment he gets elected, he just walks away.
Yeah, I mean,
he said that too. So
yeah. So it gives you an idea of what Plan B is.
Right.
And for what little I saw of it, I will admit Pence seems to be very much on the lines of, wait, what do you mean? I'm running to be vice president to Donald Trump. What? That did kind of seem the attitude he was giving off.
Well, and like we said, for a long time, Trump has said that even if he gets elected, he'll step down. So I think it almost offended Pence that people seem to think that Trump might go back on his word. Which, he has no history of doing that.
No.
But yeah, I think it's just, I think he fully imagines that this setup is going to result in him because they get sworn in 2017. I bet you he's thinking if they win that by the end of 2017 he'll be president.
Yeah, probably for one reason or
That's
another.
Yeah, I think that's honestly what he's expecting. And the fact that nobody else seems to expect that, I think, irritates him. It's like, well, what do you mean you're voting? Well, we still have to vote the other guy in first.
Yeah,
You're not going to get promoted straight up. We have to put the first person, him, in there first.
yeah.
It didn't sound like he did Trump any favors,
No, not at all.
which I guess I can't say I'm all too worried about.
No, no, no. But it's just like, oh my. Um, all around is kind of, but it was actually a nice civil debate. I did appreciate a bit of, I don't want to say honesty per se, but who was it? It was the VP running with Clinton, or the VP possibility that was running with Clinton. He he very on, and it was actually very nice. It was very nice because the topic of abortion and death penalty and whatnot came up, and it was a matter of faith versus office, and he was talking about how yes, he is Christian. He was raised Christian, da 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 da, or Catholic, something. He was religious, but he was elected by, was it Pennsylvania that he was the governor of? He was elected by the people to do a job. His personal beliefs and the job are two different things. He did not and does not approve or condone the death penalty. However, in the state he was the governor, death penalty was legalized, it is on the books. So he did his job by, yes, sitting there going, death penalty's there. I don't personally believe it, this and that, but the people elected me to do a job. That was part of the job. I had to do it. That's the bottom line. And I at least appreciate that kind of candor.
Yeah, it's very refreshing to see that.
Yeah. I mean, and that's that very much is one of those kind of things of where you sit there and go, that is a man who is separating basically business and personal, and it's like I appreciate that. I deeply appreciate that kind of thing because you can have a faith, you can have a belief, you can be morally and ethically and religiously opposed to something, but if you are elected into a position and the people are sitting there saying, no, you do our job, then you're gonna do your job. And I think
that's what you're there for.
And a lot of government has kind of lost that. They've gone kind of insane thinking, oh, well, I'm in this position of power, I'm going to do this. Ha 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 ha. No, 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 cupcake. It's sort of like other bits of insanity that have recently occurred is the Montreal, and yes, I'm bouncing between segues and actual transitions, is we talked about the Montreal pit bull ban.
Yeah.
Well, the ASPCA was able to actually get that suspended, that law that went into effect that would, if it was an unowned and unregistered pit bull, or if it was a owned pit bull but was unregistered, or various, that they would be immediately euthanized. The ASPCA was able to actually intervene and get that suspended indefinitely while the matter is fought in court.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy about that because I have met some dogs. I have met some pit bulls. I have also met some Great Danes, and I've met Samoyeds, and I've met all sorts of animals, back and forth, that were douchebags. Either because they were naturally douchebags, or because their owners made them into douchebags. They were douchebag dogs. But this law was so draconian and strict and absolutely unfair, um, that t- it was going to euthanize any dog that was deemed like a pit bull, and any pit bull. It would have literally butchered hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of dogs based upon their race. That's fucking genocide. We've done enough bullshit and damage over the years. You know what? Because people because people are the problem. People are the fucking cause of the problem here.
Well, it's fear mongering, is
Yeah.
basically what it is.
I have met, and there are times where I've met pit bulls that were rescued from fighting rings and whatnot that were very leery around people and were aggressive. And that takes, that's a dog with PTSD. That's a dog you have to, you have to walk on pins and needles around. But it's a dog that you can rehabilitate. And then there are people who just abuse the shit out of animals and purposely make them mean and purposely make them evil and wretched and whatnot. And there isn't. It's really hard to help animals like that. But we need to execute the humans that fucking do it. I'm not. No,
Or,
I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna pull my fucking punches on that one. No, if you do shit like that to an animal, there's no prison. There's no fun. You need to be executed.
well, I'm sure you'll have somebody who agrees.
Oh, I'm sure there's a few people that will agree with me. I'm also sure that will fucking piss off quite a few people. Yeah, human over, blah, blah, blah. No, motherfucker, no. Animals are here before we were. They're gonna be here after we're gone. Suck all of my balls. And if we can, on our way out the door, maybe leave, some sort of note to the next species that comes in and goes, yeah, don't do what we did. Here's a list of things you don't do. We should probably do that. But no, the law was grossly unfair. It was fucking draconian, and it was utter bullshit. I can't believe a law like that passed. I honestly can't believe. Especially in, what is it, Montreal in Canada? Yeah, in Canada. I can't believe a fucking law like that passed.
I would like to not believe it, but sadly, I try not to. I try not to get depressed by what humans do because there's no limit to how easily they can be scared into something.
Yeah, I want to look at the fucking clown thing. Um, but yeah, it's people are. Well, I look at it. It's like look at what happened with with not Beethoven, but with Saint Bernards, German Shepherds. Pit bulls have been kind of the current thing for the last like 15 years, 20 years of, oh, this is a dangerous dog. Hell, Labradors were classified as dangerous at one point. And it gets my fucking goat. Gets my goat. I'm not one of those PETA, activist jackasses. But I don't think wiping out a species because of fear, based upon the acts that humans do to make them a certain way, is any remote way right or justified.
Oh, I agree. I don't think it is.
So this is one of the few times where you will actually see me go from my normal, zany shenanigans to where I become deadly serious. It's honestly, if I had a way up to Montreal, and even with my own issues with large packs of dogs, I mean, I have issues with large packs of dogs. I have PTSD when I'm around more than like 3 fucking dogs. I try to curl into a ball and cry. If I had a way to Montreal, I would be smuggling pit bulls out by the dozens. But since luckily, for right now, it has been suspended indefinitely pending court hearings and whatnot. At least that will give them, a stay. It will give them a stay of grace and whatnot, and allow people to pull their heads out of their fucking asses.
Oh, we can hope anyway.
We can hope, yeah. We can hope. Anywho, now that I've got that out of my system, speaking of things that stay of grace, I'm enjoying Lucifer being back on for a second season.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yes, Lucifer came back, and it's 3 episodes in. Um, and I am enjoying the fall lineup so far. You got Lucifer last night. I got to catch up on the Flash. It came back last night. You got the CW. CW's got some good DC shows right now. Hopefully they can fix Supergirl. I have to check in on that one because that first season was bad. And the Flash with the Flashpoint paradox and this, I'm hoping we can get some of this crap sorted out.
It'd be nice.
But no, I'm just like you've got the Flash, you got Once Upon a Time, Arrow comes back tonight. Yeah, it comes back tonight. You got Supergirl, you got Lucifer, Gotham, and no matter what people say about Gotham, because there's a mixed bag of reviews there, Gotham is still going strong and great, even if it's gone completely off the rails of what they were going to do.
Well, they've also been going for a couple of years too, so.
Yeah, they are in season 3 right now.
Yeah, so if you look at that, you know that there's always a chance that they'll just decide, okay, we're going to go putz around with this, but they can always come back around to where they want to be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, come on, they did it with the Flash. Just about every season is you have a moment like, wait, what?
Yeah.
But then they work it out. So.
Yeah, I mean, look at the end of season 1 of The Flash. Oh, you've opened a giant interdimensional doorway. Shit. The end of season 2. Oh, he's going to cause the Flashpoint paradox by saving his mother. Let's see how that plays out. With the Arrow, I'm kind of behind on the Arrow. I'll get back to you on that one later.
Well, and with the Flashpoint paradox, you already know how it's going to end because it makes the ending of season 1 where he sees himself shaking his head, it actually makes sense now.
Yeah.
Which means he's going to be the one probably to go back, and he'll be the one doing that because I don't think we saw him do that yet.
We did kind of, but we haven't because goddamn timelines. Oh, I forgot. You know what? I forgot to list one show, and that's my bad on me. Is Legends of Tomorrow also is coming back. And I'm excited for that one because they're gonna have the Justice Society of America introduced in that one. And I'm just like,
I'm trying to think. There's somebody they're introducing this time.
There's a few people they're introducing. Stargirl.
I think Martian Manhunter's one. I think.
Probably. I think they might actually even go as far as to introduce Brainiac 5, which will actually be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, ooh, Brainiac 5. The good Brainiac. Let's see how this plays out.
Well, and I'm hoping Flash is on Netflix. I'm hoping the second season is up.
Yeah, it's up now, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to theater being over so that I can start watching all this stuff again because since theater started last month, I haven't watched anything.
Oh.
So I'm more behind than I usually am.
Oh, and I forgot that Ash vs. Evil Dead, episode 1 of season 2 premiered too. That one premiered in a weird-ass way. That premiered live on Facebook. I only got to see part of it because I was working at the time. Motherfuckers. So I got to catch up on that too. Lucifer is... So, backtracking a little bit... I'm kind of enjoying the interweaving of the story arc that they're building with Lucifer, because that's good fun. You remember the I think you read the comics a little bit.
I read a few of them, yeah.
Okay, you remember Lucifer? Well, basically, remember Gaia,
I
Lucifer's
think
mother.
so. No, I don't think I read that one.
Okay, well, that they did introduce, how God was the father of all creation. Well, Gaia was the mother of all creation. She was, a higher celestial being, and da 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 da. And she helped create the angels and the universe and this and that. And well, they introduced her, which is actually kind of fun. They hinted towards it, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, she's here." And there's some great jokes already about how Lucifer's mom is hot.
She's an immortal. I'm sure she is.
Well, no, she had to possess a human body, and she possessed a hot human body. There was actually a fun little gag of where she possessed one body. They ended up getting killed. Possessed another body. That body got killed. Possessed body number 3, and avoided being, and then was being hunted to be killed. It was
She
kind of
doesn't have much luck.
it was a bit of a string of bad luck, yes. Because the first body was, a dude who had a heart attack possessed his body. Was like, where's Lucifer? Where's Lucifer? Got hit by a bus. Second body was, a gang was in the middle of a gang fight, possessed a dude from a rival gang, and was like, where's Lucifer? Got shot again. And then body number 3 was stabbed to death in the back of the neck with a screwdriver, and then pulled it out. It's like, oh, they aren't pulling their punches now, are they? They are going to have all sorts of fun with this, I see. But yeah, so Lucifer is turning out to be really fun. From what I've seen of Ash vs. Evil Dead, looks so good. Looks so good. And it's so fun to see Lucy Lawless doing something that isn't an eco-terrorist part.
Yeah.
Oh, did I make that joke again? My bad. Not. Sorry, not sorry.
Like you don't even bother to pretend.
I've got to catch up on that. Once upon a time, I gotta say, there is some dirty jokes I want to make about Once Upon a Time, especially it's quite fun to see the evil queen, there is now Regina, and then there is the evil queen, and there's 2 separate people, and it's like, twins, Basil, twins! I try really hard, but she's like, it's so nice. She's hot either way. That's a sandwich I would love to get murdered in.
And you would be.
Oh God, yes. I would be so happy to be murdered like that. Back now. I don't know quite yet where they are going to be going with that storyline with Once Upon a Time. It's kind of fun because they've got like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in there now. They have Odair Fair. You remember from the Mummy and Resident Evil movies? He is playing Jafar.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
That's so typecasting. On the other hand, we have seen him play so many good guys and anti-heroes. It's so nice to see him actually play a villain.
Yeah, that's true. It would be quite a switch from him.
Well, no, I guess he was kind of a villain in Charmed, but no one really counts Charmed. But
Well, that's because nobody really remembers it.
yeah, for a show that lasted so long and had such a fan base, it's kind of gone bloop on the radar. But Odair Farr playing Jafar, that is pure typecasting. It's like, we need an Arabian man. Who can we call? We need an Arabian man with a seductive voice and who's, intimidating but sexy. Who can we call? How about this dude? It's like, yes, we'll take him.
Well, at least he's still getting work.
Oh yeah, and that's another guy that hasn't really aged. And God, what was the last movie I saw him in? I think the last movie I saw him in was GI Joe. Um, yeah, I think it was GI Joe, and he hasn't aged in years.
Who was he in
Years.
G.I. Joe?
No, it wasn't GI Joe. My bad. He was in Resident Evil Afterlife.
Oh,
Though he may have had a cameo in GI Joe. They had Brendan Fraser in it, for God's sakes.
I like G.I. Joe. I thought, and I'm actually kind of disappointed that they haven't made any more because I thought the first one was very good. And I liked how they pulled the twist in the second one. But I think they kind of, no, not to sound, I think they kind of shot themselves in the foot with that. But they still left it open for a third one. And the
Huh?
fact that they haven't looked at it, it's like, come on, you set this up. It's supposed to be a trilogy. Give us the last one
Yeah, I
so
mean,
we can have it. I don't like it when they do that, where it's like, okay, here's a good one, here's a good one. Here, nope, we're done. What?
yeah,
No, story isn't done yet. Finish the story.
yeah, yeah. They,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a fan of The Rock Johnson, and I'm a huge fan of G.I. Joe. But I thought they were pretty well done for what they're. It's a popcorn movie. It's G.I. Joe, for fuck's sake. You're not gonna get any moment of epiphany from watching G.I. Joe.
no, I
But you can be entertained, and it was entertaining, I thought.
I still think it was a waste. That I'm really sad that Christopher Eccleston didn't come back for the second one, and it's really a waste of a great character. But
But he could come back in the third for
yeah,
vengeance against Cobra Commander for leaving him there.
yeah,
Those tubes, no matter what they did, he was still alive in that tube, I'm sure.
well, yeah, because Cobra Commander sat there and stood there in the beginning of the movie and went, "Not this time, Destro," and walked away. Um,
But no matter what happened with explosions, that room was sealed off.
mhm.
He can still, they're going down there and they're trying to salvage things. He will be down there. So they've got a natural plot with him. Cobra Commander is out there. He is their only way to find them and using him to track him down because he's going to want vengeance on him because Cobra Commander fucked him over a couple of times.
Yeah, very much so. And yeah, how the hell did we get talking? Oh, we were talking. I was talking about Odette Fair, and we got
Yeah.
distracted. Um, that happens once in a while, but no, it's actually and once upon a time. Actually, I'm I'm kind of intrigued on where they're gonna go with this season because the Land of Lost Stories. I mean, they've introduced Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They've introduced, Aladdin and Jafar, and they've had the genie around before. I mean, that was the magic mirror. So it's kind of interesting to see where they're gonna go and how they're gonna do this. Because there's a lot of untold stories that they could play with. And then they could also revive a few, things from the spin-off series, Alice, Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. That would be great to actually see a little bit more of that picked up. Even if they played out the Red Queen so badly that they don't ever need to get near that again, because God forbid, we need to keep Rose McGowan off TV. Oh, did I say that out loud? Shit.
I don't even barely know who she is, so go ahead.
Sorry, she's the gal who one played Paige in Charmed and two got really uppity and butthurt about Apocalypse beating up Mystique in X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be honest. I do not know why the fuck they picked that scene to be the thing that they put on poster boards. It's like, that is just god awful marketing.
Oh,
Because there is no context for that image.
Apocalypse
It's like if they,
strangling the
is
shit out of Mystique. Do you
yeah,
need context?
no, but if you're not somebody who's a fan of the comics, you do. So that's the thing. A lot of people who watch the X-Men movies don't give a shit about the X-Men comics. So to them, it honestly looks like an abuse picture. And it looks, honestly, if you look at some of the ones that are talking about preventing abuse, it actually bears a really uncomfortable resemblance to some of those pictures. So I can see people looking at that and getting a little squicked at it because I don't know if it was deliberate, but they almost did parody those pictures with that billboard. It's like, yeah, not your best choice in this matter. No, now I'm sure there's a point where they were staring each other down. That would have been good.
Uh-huh.
But they jumped all of that and they just went to the, hey, look at this bad guy being up on a woman. Well, yeah, oh yeah, that's going to sell tickets. Good job. I still have not seen the movie. I've heard from both sides that it's both good or bad, and it sounds entertaining. I just not had any way to see it yet.
Well, I've seen it, and you've heard me talk about it. I think it's actually quite a good movie. But that's me.
I've actually heard a couple of people in Life of Warcraft who hadn't seen the movie of Warcraft saying that's an excellent movie too.
Uh-huh.
So again, it seems like last year when it comes to things that we like, it was very divisive.
Uh-huh.
There really wasn't any real standout movie that everybody liked. Like Civil War, there was a lot of debate on Civil War. Age of Ultron, there was a lot of debate about Age of Ultron. You know, I think that's kind of the thing that threw me. That I know we're on movies and we were on television. I'm sure we'll get back to it. But that's kind of why I've slowed down in watching movies. Is the whole reason I watch the Avengers is because everybody's like, oh, dude, you gotta watch the Avengers. So I went and watched the Avengers. I'm at a loss for movies like that to really watch right now. Suicide Squad, I mean, Jesus Christ, talk about polarizing.
Oh, okay. And we've all heard my piece on Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And I should actually get that recording done and posted one of these days. Because I've been, yeah. But yeah, I've talked about the Suicide Squad, and the character, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, the Suicide Squad's another polarizing one, and then you've got Batman versus Superman, which pretty much everyone went and done.
Yeah, exactly. It's that. Well, and that's one thing. Sliding back to TV, I do not know why DC thinks that it is so vital for them to be part of the movies when their TV shows could run circles around Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in some cases.
Yeah.
They have an absolutely awe-inspiring TV universe. They don't need a cinematic universe. Maybe they're not making the big bucks that they want to be making, but they have such a... The only reason they aren't making money is because they are too fucking stupid to market stuff like that. I mean, come on. It's a TV show, but it's a super fucking hero TV show. You can market it the exact same way that you would market a superhero movie, and in fact, you can do more with it because unlike a superhero movie where, hey, at the most you're going to get 1 3-hour movie every couple of years, you're getting 18 to 20 hours a year of content. There is so much you can do with that.
Yeah.
I really think they're missing the boat and granted, things like Batman, Gotham aside, probably do fit movies better. Superman, again, probably does fit movies better. But look at the Flash. Flash has done well.
Oh yeah.
Look
I
at
mean,
Arrow. Arrow has done really well. They don't need a quote unquote DCEU or a DCMU. They've got it.
yeah.
They've got even the fucking Justice League they don't need the movie for. Legends of Tomorrow is turning into it. They should just run with what's working.
Yeah.
I think, and I mean, come on, this isn't, well, yeah, you've got Adam West, which starred Batman on TV. How many goddamn Batman cartoons have there been?
A lot.
These Batman, both live action and cartoons, has been proved to work on television. We have not had a Superman TV show. Not saying it couldn't work. In fact, that's technically what they're trying to do with Supergirl now.
Yeah.
You get this sense that somebody in DC has enough gray matter to say, "Hey, this is doing really good. Let's focus on it." And you get the idea that the people who spend the money are just patting him on the head and throwing him occasional money to shut him up,
Yeah.
that they don't really believe it. I really feel sorry if that person is there, because god damn, they are screwing that over so for no reason.
Oh yeah.
There's no reason that when I go over to Fun, I put away a Flash costume today. I put away some Green Arrow stuff. I have not seen anything aside from Green Arrow himself, and I think Speedster. I have not seen anything from them. I have not seen anything from outside of Flash out there. I have seen nothing from Legends of Tomorrow, which, I mean, come on, Captain Cold.
Now, okay.
Where the fuck are the Captain Cold costumes?
Now
He is
I'm going to interject here. The local Halloween shop has a full Riddler costume, like a Frank Gorshin Riddler costume, and then an animated TV series Riddler costume.
We've got one of those too. But and those are good. I'm not saying they're not good. I mean, we've got a full Cesar Romero Joker too. But that's legacy stuff. That's 60s.
But
I'm talking about the universes that they have made now.
but
They're
here's the
not
thing.
marketing.
Now, while I was perusing the local Halloween shop, it suspiciously, and I didn't get into this corner because I was just taking a few minutes to kill time, it suspiciously looked like there was a Captain Cold costume in the back. Like, near the Riddler costume. And it looked like there was an Atom costume. And it was, DC and Marvel had their own separate sections, okay? Like, they're afraid that the nerds will actually break into a fight. But no, there are villainous costumes out there. There are, these bits and pieces out there. It's just not necessarily where we see them.
Yeah, and like looking it up, I did find one that's kind of on the Flash from Justice League Unlimited. But yeah, I don't know. I really think that DCUO, I really think they should drop the movies for now and just focus on their universes, on their TV universe, because it is so rich. They have so much good going for them. Marvel just happened to do it right, and DC still hasn't gotten it right. They're still going ahead with Justice League without doing any movies for probably 3/4 of that cast.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Batman, you have Superman, who I think is going to be, from what I hear, his death is the whole reason for the movie, so I don't know how much he'll be in it. But you've got Batman, and you'll have a Wonder Woman. I don't think anybody else, because you can't count Flash, because it's a whole different person.
Yeah.
So you can't count Flash, can't count John Jones, who I think is in it, can't count Green Lantern if he's going to be in it, can't count Aquaman if he's going to be in it. Out of 8 people, only 2 people have ever have any kind of history. They don't get, well, no, they get it. They don't want to be patient.
Yeah.
They want to cash in now. Whereas Marvel started this shit, 10 years ago. This has been the textbook definition of a slow burn.
Yeah.
And DC just can't get it into their heads that they just can't jump in the deep end and expect to swim. I don't know how much money they're going to lose figuring that out. I'm really afraid to say that it's probably going to be quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I would like to think they'd get their head together before that.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. I'm not going to hold my breath.
Yeah. You might suffocate first.
Oh, I would suffocate first. There's no way anybody's going to pull their head out of their ass at DC before I would suffocate. So it's not even worth trying.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
That's sad too. What I've seen of those things, I really want to like. And TV-wise, I do. But then I remember that there's this whole movie universe, and it gets me depressed because I don't like the movie verse.
Yeah.
I really did. I don't see why they're spending so much resources on that.
Yeah.
I'm the definition of a casual fan too. So, I mean, at my age, I don't get into things very much to become a hardcore fan. So I'm not who they're going after anyway.
No. And it happens. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we just blew our load with this whole tangent there. Actually, there was one other thing for me to talk about real quick. Is another show that came back and is near and dear to my heart. Not near and dear to my cart, but near and dear to my heart. Is Red Dwarf came back.
Yes. And I think they've already got another season scheduled.
Yes, next year, season 12. 11? 12. Had to think about that for a second.
I don't remember which one it is, but I know that they've said that they're already in the works for another season.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And I'm actually, I'm enjoying this season immensely because, oh my god, it's made me laugh. It's also given me some awkward nerd boners. That's it. Oh, wait. It does, give me some awkward nerd boners. There was the first episode had like an awkward nerd boner because you had a 1920s flapper girl talking about quantum physics.
That would do it.
Yeah. I had an awkward boner. It was nice. It was very nice. And then that was just the first episode, and then they've gone from there. It's like, oh my god, haha. I was like, okay, yeah. And it's just gotten better. Some zany shenanigans and Rimmer getting his shit kicked in and this and that. It's been good all around so far, and I'm really excited to see how the rest of the season plays out. So they did go back to the contained episode setup. Each episode is its own little story, and okay, there we go. And so I each little episode's its own little contained thing, but it does have throwbacks, Lister was a father at one point. Well, okay, Lister was a mother at one point, or when Rimmer need death in the balls, or cute little things like that. It's like, oh my god, great throwbacks, and I'm just enjoying it. I haven't laughed honestly as hard as I have since watching Red Dwarf in a long time, and so if you find a way, and actually if I remember right, Amazon or somebody, yeah, I think it is Amazon, will have, when the final episode's done, have it immediately available for download the whole season. And I'm like, yes. It's like, so good, so good. I'm just, it makes me happy. It makes me happy, and very few things make me happy these days. So, what can I say? Meh.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's meh. Meh. All of them, meh. I'm sitting here checking my recording timers left and right. One says one thing, one says another, one says another. It's like, okay, I know what time I started that at now. Okay.
Would you like me to get it to just use the Skype recorder for this?
At least recording your end of it, yeah, that could be nice.
Well, that would record both ends of it, but then there would be no sound or no music.
I don't see why you couldn't just like open Audacity, hit record, and minimize it.
Because it's a resource hog on my computer. So.
Well, any audio. Well.
Yeah, and technically, if we're going to do that, we need to do it like DI Plus does and actually get a countdown and start it. Because otherwise, it's going to be fun to sync up later.
I'm the one who will be doing the syncing, so don't know why.
Well, yeah. I just like to make everything as easy as possible.
Oh yeah, well, very true. But that's why I also start recording, about a minute early before we actually start the show. Then I've got that, about minute space to play with and to sync things up and the tool with it. I did a lot. I did about 4 hours of work yesterday for one recording, and I'm okay with that. Now that I know what the fuck I'm doing.
I do have the AVS audio editor. I'll mess around with it, and if nothing else, I'll use that. Do you want it in a mono wave file or what?
It can be stereo. It can be mono. As long as it's an MP3.
Okay.
That's all that matters to me. Yes, I have, and for those listening in, if you listen in, yes, I am actually doing more recording. I am doing stuff behind the scenes. I am trying to actually do something with my spare time. And besides cooking and eating and petting my dog, and getting my face kicked in on Overwatch, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Well, I'm play us out here because I still need to eat.
All right.
So
take us out. Roll us the ending credits. Where you can contact us and yada 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 while I start preparing to fix all this shit.
Yeah, it's chaoticravings@gmail.com. We do have Google Voice. I don't think it's ever been used. 209-730-6637. And I've got that to go to my email. So if anybody calls, Actually, I think I get it as a text too. So I'll know if anybody calls. But yeah, we're going to go off because we both need to eat. So we will talk to you later.
Have a good week, everyone. Bye-bye.